you catch this tune? Hello. Welcome. I have a few notes. Welcome to the Good Info Cafe, dedicated to Task Force and AS, where we meet each day for music, fun, fellowship, and big serious concepts that will help you. Subject for today is discernment, and iFlap. This system helps with discernment, wisdom. Discernment is more the figuring out, the refining process, the deciding process. Then I'm going to grade something. So I might end up giving a grade to something every day. Oh yeah, and I have my rubric. I will bring that over. And then end with a song that I'll do part of. So this discernment. And I'm going to tie it in with the iFlap. So discernment, that helps with wisdom. It's related to wisdom. And 70-10-10-10 also helps with a specific thing, 70-10-10-10, and I'll explain that. And then I'm actually going to grade the U.S. education system. And I've taught at all boys schools, very exclusive schools in Nashville and D.C. area, public schools, the top public schools, and schools that weren't ranked at the top but loved them just as much, and Catholic schools, so all different types of schools. And I went to public school for 12 years, and so I'm going to give a grade to the U.S. education system, and I think that'll be a feature of these videos, is going to be grading something. I'm going to give a grade to something, and so that is this, quantifying my vote in a sense. It's a continuum, so I'll give a grade, but it could be close to that area. That would be the idea. You know, there's some leeway. Grading is digital, either a C or a C plus or a B. Even if you give a number, a 96 or a 76, that's still digital, where this is also analog. It's an analog sliding. So you have the binary world and the non-binary world. And some say the music from LPs and some of the music from the past before digital is more warm, more authentic sounding than the dry digital, where it's either on or off, ones and zeros. All right, discernment. So isn't that one of the key concepts for all these, for watching me? And once again, I'm held accountable to this. I will make that standard, and I will hold you accountable to it. And you watch all these videos and you hear stuff in the media, in any kind of media. And is that true? Is it not true? Is it partially true? What's true? What's not true? What's the bias? So discernment, I say, starts with fear of God. But for those who don't believe in God, you're welcome here, as long as you're not taking away from the channel. What I mean is trying to help the world. If you're making it worse or sabotaging, you're not welcome here. But people's belief systems, it's very personal, and everyone has a way of life and a perspective, beliefs and their actions. Everybody. So it's better to talk about things that way than, oh, you're this religion, you're not religion, you're an atheist, you're da. And the thing about atheists, they don't exist. That's one thing. And then agnostics, when they say they're agnostics, I say, are you sure? So anyway, perspective. Where was I don't remember anymore. But I think that I'll do some singing, especially when I can't remember where I was. I'll sing da 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 ba da da ya da da da, something like that. I heard it, kind of a cool melody. So discernment, you're trying to figure out if something's accurate or not. That helps with discernment. Is it authentic when you're dealing with, say, when I was grading English papers for middle schoolers and they made up a story, it's not really the accuracy part, it's the authentic part. Does it sound authentic? What's the audience? Who would it reach? That kind of thing. Accessible discernment. You might not be able to discern something because you don't have all the information. That's what accessible is, or access. I like access. I'm starting to change that to access, and my arm is killing me. Clear. If the information is not clear, it's cloudy. Your discernment is trying to make things clear. Relevant. Those problems where they say what part of this is not you don't need, is not, like some of the math problems. Discernment, that helps with that. And that goes back to the definition. The ability to extract, accept, and create good value from needed information source. The accept part. Am I getting that on there? That's the definition of information literacy. Accept. So that's the wheat and the chaff. As you're discerning, you're like, that doesn't make sense. Oh, that's stupid. Or that's a nugget. There we go. I like that. I think that makes sense. And you put it in okay, I'm going to put this over on this column and hold on to that. And then refined. Yeah, refined. You're refining information until you get the diamond, the nugget of information. So when people talk, somebody you disagree with, they might still say something that's valuable, and you pull that out, and that's getting the value and using these concepts. So discernment. That's where I was. If you don't believe in God, and I was saying fear of God, what that means is, in another way of saying that, or you fear the consequences of life. Maybe you don't believe in God, but there's consequences in life, and you fear that. So that's what that's talking about. It's talking about there are consequences to our actions, and so you will be more discerning because there's so much blather out there and wah, 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 wah. And it's not just the older people doing wah, wah. It's the younger people also going wah, 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 wah. So there's a lot of wah-wah out there. And when you discern more, critically think more, there's less wah-wah, wah-wah-wah, or less So, discernment. Everything comes through this funnel. The information literacy action process, the iFlap. My channel series this is the foundation for me to be held to, and that contributors would be held to. All right, so that also can be a problem. Discernment implies that you're trying to figure something out, so it's a problem level. All right, I think I'm going to grade something. Oh, I scratched my nose. Oh, just ignore that. So I'm about to finish, and I'm about to grade the U.S. education system, and it gets a C-, possibly even a D. Because I'd say about half of the students are not served by the U.S. education system. And that's actually, if it's half, then that's failure. All right, if I can get into the 60s possibly, then it might be a D. Oh yeah, and the way I grade is on this rubric here. And so that's how you get an A, a B, a C, a D, or an E. And some say F for failing. So there is my rubric. I'll have to get that up on the wall. That's how you know what your grade is. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared, and the soul felt out its worth. Love you.